Mistralis is a land of many unique and wondrous places, inhabited by magnificent and powerful creatures. Among its most enigmatic regions is the Spine, a series of massive, nearly impassable mountains and plateaus that acts as a natural barrier, dividing Mistralis's eastern and western territories. This range of hazardous terrain is awe-inspiring from afar. But its true wonder lies within. Beneath the rugged exterior of the Spine's mountains lies a network of colossal cave systems, an underground world of breathtaking scope. These cavernous mountains host a complex ecosystem, home to hundreds of species. From the strange and unique flora that has defied the odds, thriving in the perpetual gloom of the caves, and in the deeper recesses are the peculiar fauna that lurk in the shadows. While humanity has carved out small livable pockets in this unforgiving environment, much of the Spine remains unexplored. Scattered throughout the rugged landscape are a unique mineral known as Pharasite crystals. Pharasite, a wondrous substance indigenous to the Spine, casts a near-complete luminescent glow. However, at its core, an incandescent reaction emits a gentle warmth. This remarkable crystal litters the otherwise dark expanses of the Spine. Despite its allure, efforts to harness Pharasite for its luminous and thermal properties invariably meet with disappointment. While dense, the crystal can still be broken fairly easily. However, once separated from its incandescent core, Pharasite begins to decay rapidly, lasting only a few days before the crystals dim completely. Once drained of their luminous properties, they become very brittle and loses all utility. Another unique characteristic of Pharasite is its interaction with water. Water sources within the Spine that come into contact with Pharasite inherit its luminescent trait, creating ethereal glowing pools. While some of these waters flow outside the Spine, their luminosity appears mundane in the daylight beyond the darkness of the Spine. Only at night are their radiant displays clearly visible to the naked eye. Notably, these Pharasite waters impacts the local flora, leading to the unique phenomenon of whitewood and its inhabitants. This curious effect is both a natural wonder and a subject of intrigue among scholars of the world. Deep within the shadowy recesses of this subterranean realm, a formidable apex predator stalks in silence. The majestic and fierce Mystileon. These creatures, bearing a resemblance to large felines, are sheathed in thick scales and adorned with imposing spikes. These natural defenses make it an unrivaled presence in its dark world. On average, an adult Mystileon typically stands at about 1.5 meters, 4.9 feet tall, and stretches to a length of 2.5 meters, 8.2 feet, with a weight range between 249 to 317 kilograms, 550 to 700 pounds. Remarkably, the Mystileon exhibits mesothermic physiology, a rare trait allowing it to adapt to the cavern's cool temperatures. This adaptation means that, unlike mammals, its body temperature partially aligns with the ambient environment, enabling it to conserve energy in the cave's perpetual twilight. While the physical appearance of Mystileons exhibits wide variations across its subspecies, their life cycle generally follows a consistent pattern. Rare and extreme mutations, often resulting from crossbreeding, can have some influence on their development, but these deviations are generally subtle. Newborn Mystileons are enveloped in a delicate sheath of soft scales, akin to those of a serpent. As they transition into adolescence, their scales undergo a transformation, becoming the hollow, robust armor characteristic of adult Mystileons. During their juvenile phase, Mystileons resemble smaller, more agile felines. Their claws are not yet mature enough for climbing the spine's stone walls, as their parents do. This stage is crucial for learning hunting and combat skills, often achieved through playful fighting with siblings. Upon reaching adulthood, Mystileons embody the pinnacle of physical prowess. Their muscular build and hardened claws enable feats of remarkable agility and strength. They are capable of leaping vast chasms, scaling sheer cliffs, and moving with surprising speed and agility for their size. Mature adults, straddling the line between adult and elder, often emerge as leaders within their subspecies. Although a single subspecies can have several potential leaders, their hierarchy is typically based on physical strength, with older members frequently sparring for dominance. Nevertheless, it's not rare for some subspecies to recognize multiple leaders. As they advance into the elder stage, Mystileons grow a large, lion-like mane and significantly increase in size, often surpassing their younger counterparts by over 45 kilograms, 100 pounds. The largest elders can weigh up to 453 kilograms, 1,000 pounds, with a height of 2 meters, 6.5 feet, and a length of 3.5 meters, 11.4 feet. However, this increase in size comes at the cost of their agility. Elders typically withdraw from their previous climbing activities, opting to spend their twilight years in their nests. While younger Mystileons commonly bring food to the nest for the elders, this is not a universal practice and varies among groups. Elders who anticipate a lack of care or neglect may leave their nests, spending their last years on the cavern floors. This tendency often leads them closer to human settlements, where they are more likely to receive sustenance without the need for hunting. Despite possessing the greatest physical strength of their species, elders are the least active, with deteriorating muscles and more fragile bones. Their metabolism slows, and they lack the energy of their youth. Inhabiting the treacherous terrain of the spine, the Mystileon has evolved remarkable physical traits to master its environment. Its claws are expertly designed for navigating the rugged cliffs and rock faces that define its habitat. They are composed of a robust keratin compound, uniquely infused with zinc and iron. This distinctive blend endows the Mystileon's claws with extraordinary durability and sharpness, perfectly suited to anchor firmly into the hardest stone with remarkable efficiency. Complementing their formidable claws is the Mystileon's extraordinary muscular structure. Their muscle strength is crucial, allowing them to scale vertical surfaces, leap across wide chasms, and move across the spine's challenging landscape with a deceptive ease. The synergy of their muscular power and specialized claws makes Mystileons a perfect balance of form and function that allows it to thrive in one of Mistralis's most daunting environments. The Mystileon scales are a testament to evolutionary perfection, comprising densely packed layers of alpha and beta keratin. This composition grants them extraordinary strength and durability, a vital adaptation for surviving in the harsh conditions of their environment. The outermost layers of these scales are peppered with pore-like openings, leading into a hollow core. This internal structure of the scales is a masterpiece of biological design, featuring an intricate network of almost microscopic pillars, akin to trabecular bones. This sophisticated design allows the scales not only to absorb and evenly distribute the force from impacts, such as falls, but also to withstand various other threats present in their hostile habitat. Moreover, these hollow scales play a crucial role in thermoregulation for the Mystileon. By facilitating a controlled heat exchange with its surroundings, these scales ensure the Mystileon remains agile and effective in both the cooler depths and warmer heights of its rocky domain. The Mystileon possesses a remarkably complex ocular system, exquisitely attuned to the dimly lit environs of the spine. Their eyes are exceptionally sensitive to the wavelengths of incandescent light, such as sunlight and, to a lesser extent, fire. However, it is the luminescent glow of Pharasite crystals that guides them through the darkness, enhancing their prowess as formidable hunters. Even in the absence of light, their vision remains sharp and detailed, thanks to their advanced ocular design. Key to their low-light hunting is the tapetum lucidum layer in their eyes. This layer reflects light passing back through the eye into the retina, significantly enhancing their vision in low-light environments. Additionally, a unique anatomical feature sets the Mystileon apart: a specialized pair of glands located at the corner of each eye, opposite the tear ducts. These glands absorb light from the Pharasite crystals and re-emit it as a soft, glowing light, giving their eyes a distinctive, captivating appearance. The color of this glow varies, influenced by the iris's pigment, and can range from blues and greens to reds, and even rare golds and silvers. The glow's intensity is directly correlated with the Mystileon's recent proximity to Pharasite. A Mystileon away from crystals for several days may show no eye glow at all. In the shadowed world of the spine, where many creatures rely on echolocation or tactile navigation and are blind, the glowing eyes of the Mystileon do not compromise their hunting stealth. Furthermore, Mystileons possess a sensory pit organ akin to that of snakes, enabling them to detect infrared signatures. While most of their prey are cold-blooded and less visible to infrared sensing, this ability aids in navigation and locating warm sources, such as Pharasite, humans, or even other Mystileons. Within the shadow-draped expanses of the spine, the Mystileon's exquisitely attuned vision is a cherished asset, thriving in an environment where luminescence is the primary light source. However, this evolutionary marvel turns into a crippling curse under the relentless assault of intense incandescent light, typical of human domains as well as the broader world outside. Such intense light sources can cause disorientation, pain, and in cases of prolonged exposure, irreversible blindness. Thus, this sensitivity inexorably binds the Mystileon to the gentle embrace of its native, dimly lit sanctuary. In addition to their ocular limitations, the Mystileon's physical durability, afforded by their uniquely structured scales, comes with its own set of vulnerabilities. Water. Young Mystileons, whose scales are still in the process of developing, often frolic in shallow pools without issue. However, for adults with fully matured scales, water poses a dire threat. The surface pores of their scales, leading to the hollow interiors, permit water ingress, rapidly causing the scales to become waterlogged. This results in a significant weight increase, severely hindering the Mystileon's mobility. In the unfortunate event of finding themselves in a large body of water, adult Mystileons face a perilous situation. They have only a brief window of time to escape to shallower waters or reach land before the weight of the waterlogged scales drags them down to potentially fatal depths. Contrary to the big cats they closely resemble, Mystileons are oviparous, laying eggs. Their nesting habits are intricately tied to the presence of Pharasite crystals, whose warmth they utilize for incubation, as well as comfort. In instances where nesting near a crystal is not feasible, often due to territorial disputes, a Mystileon will resourcefully ascend to a crystal's location, delicately break off small pieces with its powerful jaws, and transport them back to its nest. Since these detached crystal fragments maintain their heat and luminescence for only a few days, nesting in proximity to an intact crystal is vastly preferred over fragment collection. The tendency of Mystileons to establish their nests high in the cave walls imposes limitations on the mobility of their offspring. The young are born with less robust claws and limbs, making early movement across the treacherous terrain impossible. This restriction not only necessitates that adults forage and bring food to the nest, but also serves as a natural safeguard, protecting the vulnerable juveniles from cave predators. This strategic nesting choice allows adults the freedom to hunt, safe in the knowledge that their young are confined and secure. In the uncommon event of a required nest relocation, Mystileons face a unique and significant challenge. Unlike felines, their scaly exterior prevents them from carrying their young in the traditional manner. Only if the young are small enough to be grasped at their midsection can they be safely transported by the parent's mouth. Otherwise, relocating the young is perilous, typically involving a cautious journey with each juvenile clinging to the parent's back, their survival dependent on the strength of their developing claws. As they mature into adolescence, young Mystileons begin the crucial phase of learning to navigate their formidable environment, taking their first steps in emulating the sophisticated mobility of the adult Mystileons. Mystileons have been regularly known to coexist with humans, though they do so strictly on their own terms. While not inherently hostile, they tend to maintain a distance and rarely engage in close interactions. These majestic creatures are often seen roaming through Vorothal's keep, particularly within the expanse of the Great Hall. However, they are far from domesticated. Attempts to confine them in any way, or restricting their freedom of movement, invariably lead to highly aggressive behavior, irrespective of human efforts to provide sustenance and shelter. During the era of the First Dynasty, there were unique instances where humanity exploited Mystileon's susceptibility to firelight, resulting in the capture of several of them. More akin to slaves than pets, these unfortunate Mystileons endured severe mistreatment and suffering. In such unnatural conditions, Mystileons refused to breed, understanding the bleak future that captivity would hold for any offspring. Their intelligence drives them to relentlessly resist cooperation with captors, seeking escape at every possible turn. Notably, Mystileons that manage to escape or are liberated from such captivity do not harbor a blanket hostility towards all humans. Demonstrating remarkable cognitive abilities, they can discern between different human groups, recognizing them by their distinctive colors, insignias, and even ethnic diversity. This ability to identify individual humans, remember past interactions, and even display emotions such as gratitude or resentment, underscores their complex intelligence. However, it is critical to acknowledge that experiences of captivity can leave deep psychological scars, manifesting in extreme aggression or fear, a reflection of the profound emotional and mental impact such trauma can inflict. Mystileons, while generally tolerant of humans and less provoked, exhibit a notable prejudice towards members of their own species from different subspecies. These subspecies are distinguished by varying physical characteristics, such as scale patterns, spike sizes, and occasional fur patches. These distinctive features are hereditary, resulting in each group having a unique appearance. Typically, social groups of Mystileons comprise around a dozen members, though larger families can number over 50. Interactions between different subspecies are almost invariably hostile, often escalating to violent confrontations. These confrontations are usually rooted in competition for prime hunting territories and preferred nesting sites. There are instances, however, where a dominant group might attack others without apparent reason, seemingly as a display of supremacy. While such conflicts can result in fatalities, they rarely escalate to the point of complete annihilation of a group. A notable aspect of Mystileon culture is their treatment of the young, especially in the aftermath of conflicts. In the event that a group's adult population is wiped out, the victors will adopt the orphaned young, regardless of their subspecies origin. Mystileons universally refrain from harming juveniles, exhibiting a deep-seated protective instinct towards the young. Such adoptions can lead to the emergence of new subspecies, which might eventually diverge and form separate independent groups. In cases where a decimated group has a significant number of surviving young, there is a possibility for the group to re-establish itself over subsequent generations. While adopted juveniles are not subjected to overt hostility, they may face challenges in finding mates within their new groups. Often, Mystileons from an annihilated subspecies may choose to form their own family units upon reaching maturity. This decision is generally respected by their adoptive groups, and they are allowed to depart peacefully. However, returning after an extended period can be risky, as previous affiliations may no longer be recognized, and they could be met with hostility from their former group. As living embodiments of strength and adaptability, the Mystileons stand as poignant reminders of the natural world's wonders and mysteries. They remind us of the delicate balance that governs all life. They are the silent watchers and unspoken keepers of the spine's mysteries. They capture the spirit of a land where wonder and reality converge, where every creature plays a crucial role in the grand tapestry of nature. As we leave the shadowed corridors of the spine, the echo of the Mystileon story lingers, a testament to the enduring mystery and majesty of Mistralis.